Hey guys, sorry for the delay. We had some issues with Instagram, which was weird. We're gonna get Mikey and Wifey on back up. There they go. Perfect. We are on air.
You good to go?
Yeah, that was weird. Never have I seen that before.
Is live on her thing, but
Should be. It's not. It's definitely not. Oh, wait. There we go. It should be on now.
Yeah. No.
All right, bet.
Yeah.
Yep. We're on now. Yeah.
that's weird.
Cool.
Okay. Why are we so little?
Oh, it's always like that. Y'all was like that last time. I don't know if y'all noticed that. There's no way that I could have y'all like
Half.
equally, yeah. Like I'm gonna show you right now. Like I have y'all like this, but we're gonna look crazy on Instagram. Oh, Instagram is a bad lag. Yep, there you go. So
Okay.
we're gonna like that.
You
We
like,
gotta be on top of each other.
you know.
We gonna have to be on top of each other. And then the person that owns the platform or whatever, I guess is gonna be on top. I don't know if I could switch it up in any way. Let me see if I can switch it. Oh, no, I can't. You're on top. So
Yeah, y'all. Now I'm black. But yeah,
Sis was talking about a good topic. We need to, people in general need to need to know the difference between having a standard and expectation.
Expectations, yeah, definitely. So what would you say is one of your standards? Like what is it? What is a guarantee this has to happen no matter what? Like
I don't think I'm
here.
Oh, you had to move over.
Oh yeah, she has to move over. Y'all gotta be on top of each other. Come on, I like y'all like each other. All right, but yeah, she's good. Expectation. Like I said before about empathizing and sympathizing, understanding, even though we're both black. I don't know if anybody was with the swirl, but I'm just talking about myself. You know, understanding that yes, we are both black, but we are a man and woman. So we deal with different things. And just, understanding that I might not understand where she's coming from, but I'm gonna respect it and listen to it and support her any way I can, and vice versa.
That's fair. Those are fair standards.
Is it now?
Yeah, because none of those are like materialistic or monetary.
Oh, people got material. Okay, wait. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't know. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I thought you was about to say I ain't gonna lie. Like I don't got a couple. I was like,
No. I don't have a couple. I don't. The only thing that when it comes to that type of circumstance, is that if you in the industry that you're in, when it comes to whatever you're trying to do, I need you to be consistent, own it, and have goals to work towards it. Because if you don't, I can't deal with that shit. Because you could be an entrepreneur all you want, but if you're not consistent and own that shit and have goals for it, like a plan when it comes behind it, you're not going nowhere. And that means I'm not going nowhere because I'm a part of you.
Yeah, nah, I feel you. That's a fact.
And then I'm investing in you because you're my man or whatever the case may be. So we're both losing. No, thank you. So
nah, that's super fair.
Yeah.
That's a super fair standard. I have a standard. It's more physical though. You have to have all your teeth. You can't be missing teeth. They don't even have to be the best. They just have to all be in there.
Oh my goodness.
Honestly, like no missing teeth.
I'm dead. Okay.
But yeah, that's really my like main standard. Like teeth, gotta have all of them.
So
And if you
talking
miss
about
one,
on a person.
huh?
Now we're talking about like on a person. Well,
No.
yeah, you should have everything. I feel like you should have 2 nostrils, 2 eyes. Because if you have one eye, nah, I'm not with that pirate shit. I'm sorry. Like, it's just like,
so
I'm
Fetty
already blind. So like,
Fetty
I'm gonna
Wap-
have a man that has one eye too. Jesus Christ! Like, we just be up here like outside fucking shit up. Like,
the Fetty Wap is not an option for you.
huh?
Fetty Wap is not an option for you.
Definitely not.
Oh man.
Because we both die. Because I'm half blind too. How I'm half blind, you half blind. We can't.
So between the both of y'all got one eye. Goddamn.
Basically.
Yeah. We both blind.
Now we got 2 eyes amongst the 2 of us.
So do they.
Oh, she said, nah, that's a lie. It's basically so it's being compatible. We gotta be compatible. Because if you're not compatible, I don't believe in equal. I don't. I'm not a feminist. I don't believe in. I'm not all that feminism shit. Or womanist either, to be honest. Sorry. I do believe that if you do the job, no matter what gender you are, yes, you should get paid what you deserve, no matter gender you are. Yes, of course. However, I also believe that a woman should have more of a leave than a man when it comes to, fraternity and maternity leave. We carry it. Men do not carry a child. So yes, it's different. We are different. We are on this planet not to be equal, but to be compatible. That's me.
I like that.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
I like that. Yo, where Kevin Samuels at? Oh, I wasn't supposed to say his name, right?
Oh shit.
I don't fuck with that nigga, but I wasn't supposed to say his name on our platform. But yeah, he needs to hear that. That's see, I rocks with what he's saying. I don't like how he say it, if you get what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I
Him.
know what you're saying. But he's saying it in a way that women are supposed to be beneath a man.
No, he's not saying that.
So what's he saying?
To be honest, it's really about like, well, what he says is it's about duty. A man is supposed to do his job, a woman is supposed to do his job. My problem with him is he doesn't use the same way he be going in on women. I want him to post because he has clips of him going in on guys, but you got to really go digging for it.
You already said the problem. The problem is a woman should do her job and a man should do his job. So what is a man's job and what is a woman's job? That's the issue. So like going back to what I said before, I feel like a man should take out the trash. However, let's say I don't work. I'm at home the whole time. My man is working all types of hours and stuff like that.
You ask me, it's still not your job to take out the garbage.
I mean, okay, but if it needs to be done, I'm gonna do it. It's not his job. You know what I mean? Like, it's not his job to do it. Like, oh, it's 5 bags of garbage there. You haven't been doing your job. I've been paying you to do this job. Like, no. I'm not. No. If it needs to be done, it needs to be done. I feel like when it comes to a partnership, the partners need to learn, not even learn. They need to observe what needs to be done. And if it's not being done, talk to your partner. Hey, this is not being done. Why is this not being done? Okay, so you need help with this? Okay, so I'm going to do this. You going to do that? Okay, cool.
Okay.
It might change next week. It might change the next week. Like, well, we had understanding that you was going to take out the trash. I was going to do dishes. But due to our schedules, it looks like it needs to be switched. It needs to be switched? Okay. Nobody has a specific job. You feel me? Like,
I feel you, but
Nobody has. I feel like nobody has specific. It's all about communication. A big thing is communication.
Well,
so what's a job that you feel like is just no?
Right.
A job? What you mean?
Because you said you feel her.
Oh, okay.
So
perfect example. If we laying here in the middle of the night and we hear dum, it's not your job to get up and see what's up with that. It is my job to provide and protect you. Emphasis on the protection.
Yeah, but if you're not here, then what?
What you mean? If I'm not
supposed
here,
to call you and be like if you're not here and I hear dum, what's supposed to happen?
What you mean? I'm
gonna be here. What you mean?
Like, what are you talking about?
That negates what she was saying. She said if it's something that needs to be done, then it's going to be done. If you're here and you're able to get up and do that, then that's one thing.
See, those are two different scenarios. That's like if the house is on fire, yeah, I'm supposed to put you over my shoulder, but I'm not in the same breath. It's not the house on fire, you stay there. Like, no, man, it don't work like that.
I'm gonna give you a scenario. I'm gonna give you a better scenario. So, like she said, like you hear a noise, whatever, and the man and the woman's in the crib. I'm gonna be honest with you. So, I am more equipped when it comes to my guns. So, I'm like, I'm gonna see what's up, babe. You got my back. Like, I'll be in the forefront.
If he let you do that, he'll bust her. If he let you do that, he'll bust her.
You will say that, and I respect it. And I'm gonna tell you.
What if he get shot? How he gonna tell that story to people?
No. It doesn't mean that you get shot. He could jump up. He could jump in front of me if he wanted to. But it's just like it's all about. You need to learn your partner. It's all about who's more equipped when it comes to other things than others. Like there's been a time where I was the heavy hitter. The heavy hitter when it comes to money, and also the heavy hitter when it comes to like putting you over my shoulder. Like heavy hitter.
Yeah.
So she go exactly. So you understand, like when it comes to that thump, babe, you gonna check on that? Babe, you gonna check on? No, I don't think you like that. But in all rationality, though, like my when it comes to other relationships, like me coming from Brooklyn, yeah, we all about that gang shit, but a lot of people don't know how to use a gun or the right way, or don't know how to protect themselves behind walls and holding a gun the same way. I'm fake SWAT when it comes to that. So it's just like
move down south, you going crazy.
That's a fact. You learn all that stuff. So it's just like
crazy.
Me, because I know 9 times out of 10 I'm gonna be with a guy that's from up north, because that's just who I attract. I'm just learning that now. But like, you know, I'm be like, okay, babe, what I need you to do, call 911, yada yada yada. And then when you done, come out. But also that goes with family dynamics.
To be doing that.
I'm out. It comes with the family dynamics too. You need to have a plan. Every family should have a plan when it comes to that situation. Mommy knows guns better than daddy. So mommy's gonna pop out with the shotty first. Daddy's gonna call the cops. Or if it's the other way, if the man knows the guns better than mommy, then it's be that way. But I feel like the person that's more equipped or more educated when it comes to things need to be put out more, because just like I'd rather me hurt the person than the person hurt you because you want to be a man. Then now our family don't have a father because you just want to be a man to the standards of whatever America has. No,
it's not a standard.
We're gonna do what we gotta do to keep everybody here on this earth.
It's really instincts. That's what I'm saying. It's more of an listen, she went to school in Virginia. She could have bust as much guns as she wanted to bust. They ain't happening. Don't sit here, and if you bust your gun, come behind me. But you're not about to go.
But you'll be dead.
Huh?
I'm all about saving the family than just saving a man's ego. I'm not doing that. Listen, babe, you not good with a gun. I seen you at the gun range. You like doop, like you all over the place. I got it. Sit here, call the cops. Once I hear you tell our address and you hang up, then I'll pop out. How about that? Like, it's a plan. It's all about plans. You feel me? Like, you talk to your partner. Like, I talked to a married couple besides you guys, and the husband said he feels all relationships is 80% communication. 80%.
80.
Yeah.
He says 80.
No,
Wait,
I agree.
let me finish.
80?
So when I say when he said 80, when it came to intimate relationships like you guys and then boyfriend and girlfriend, stuff like that, he said 80. 10 is, of course, sex, and another 10 is financial. Now, the reason why it's 80 communication is because communication flows into everything else.
Agreed.
If you don't have communication, you're not gonna make the money that y'all want, and that fucks shit up. If you don't have communication in the bedroom, that fucks up the sexual shit, and then y'all not gonna have you're not gonna have this. So it's just like communication is key. Now, when it comes to friendship, it's still 80% communication. The other 10 is space, and another 10 is sympathizing and empathizing. It's all, but without the other 10, without the communication, the other 10 wouldn't even exist. So, like, and the same thing with business as well. Communication.
Mm-hmm.
The other 10 is planning, and the other 10 is understanding your team, because without the communication, you can't understand your team, and the financial just shot. So it's just like,
this was like an older married couple.
No, so even though technically,
I'm an OG.
technically they were older than us. He was about like 38. However, and then the wife was 38 as well. However, they were only married for like a year and a half.
Yeah, but they don't experience things in life where, you know.
But he was married before.
Oh man, he was a vet. I've been in the game for years.
So just because he was in a marriage before, now he's a vet. But if I didn't mention that, he don't know shit.
Yeah, I mean, he knows what not to do. And he also knows
I feel like a lot of men do.
And he knows and he knows what contribute towards a failing marriage. He knows that.
Yes, he does.
So he has more of a upper hand than most.
That's a fact. He did say that.
I be trying to talk to all the OGs, OG, triple OGs. You know,
they're good to. I don't listen. Okay, that's a lie. I listen to them, but you take what you take from them. I don't think we should listen to. It's not a blueprint. Like, we gotta follow each single thing, because every couple is different. Every person is different. So I don't think we should follow them exactly.
No, I feel you. What I tell people now when they ask me my advice, I tell them I don't give you advice, but I can tell you a story about my personal experience, and you can compare and contrast.
Right.
You know, like, yo, you know this, like, because I'm about to get married, like, for my generation, like in my neighborhood, like I'm like the hood savior right now. Like, everyone's like, yeah, like it's so crazy. But everyone comes to me and like asks me, like, yo, how do you know? Like, and I always, like I said in the beginning of the show, I always ask, well, do you like her? Like, do you show you like her? Because a lot of people be with people that they really don't like. Obviously, and it's so I tell people, when it comes to relationships, one thing that's universal is understanding and communication and tolerance. Like, it's so real. You know, she didn't do nothing special to me, and I'm pretty sure I didn't do nothing special to her. It's just we both have personalities that we both have traits that both of us can tolerate.
How do you deal with that?
I mean, well, you find out if you can tolerate the person, and then you get to know them or not. You can tolerate a person and not like them, but that's what it really comes down to. It goes back into the standard thing. Do they meet the standard? And then if you meet all the standards, if they meet all the standards, all the other little things that you don't like, how much do they really matter? Like growing up, one of my things that I always thought was, because my mom is a chef, that I'll have like a wife that's like really heavy in the kitchen. My mom is a chef, and like I've been in the kitchen most of my life, and because when my mom was in culinary arts school, I was like 5, so I used to go to school with my mom. So me being in the kitchen was forever. So I do most of the cooking because I like to cook. So it's like once they meet the standard, and I can tolerate all the other expectations, do they really matter? And that's what you really need to factor in. You can have all expectations you want in the world, but do they really matter? Like I can want to join with a big booty and the biggest rack in the world, but that don't really, you understand what I'm saying? That doesn't really matter, because that doesn't really contribute to anything that I got going on. So you feel me? Like you can always have an expectation, you can have a standard, you can have a taste, you can have all of these things, but I feel like the most important thing to have is a standard, because once the person meets your standard and you can tolerate them, because everyone has things about them that you don't like.
So you really have to have a lot of patience.
You can't be in a relationship with no patience. That doesn't work.
Okay, so we understand no patience, but you have to have a certain amount of patience.
I feel like that you can't like put an amount on it. It's either you really have it or you don't. Like you can't have like a little bit of patience, because then you don't really have it.
I think the thing too is there are certain people that the people you have no patience for. Yeah, and your patience boundaries are a little bit higher, with someone that you are in a more intimate relationship with. So naturally, you're going to be a little bit more patient with them, because you
like all the other things.
Yeah, and you're genuinely just around them so often that it's like that's kind of the only way this is going to work.
Perfect example. Who annoys you more than your mama? But who do you love more than your mama?
Right.
You feel me? It's like one of those things.
But the people at work that annoy you, it's kind of like, I don't have time for this, because you don't have to spend that much time with them. So bye.
Yeah. With your mom, it's on some, every time you open your mouth, you get me mad, but I love you. Patient. You feel me? Like you have to be patient, because you have.
It's funny that you compared it to, because I can't compare them. They're two totally different relationships to me.
How, if they're all going to be your family at a point in time?
What, with your job? She mentioned work.
I'm talking about my mama and my significant
other. You mentioned your mom, and sis mentioned work. So I was like, I can't compare it.
Is because realistically, you don't have to learn to be patient as patient with the person at your job, because you're not spending as much time with them. If it is a capacity in which you are, you're naturally going to be more patient with that person than the person that you just see like maybe for 20 minutes out of the day, and they piss you off, and you're just going to go off a little bit easier, and you're going to be less patient.
That's how you're supposed to be, but a lot of people are not. And I feel like that's where the disconnect happens.
I agree. I do feel like, I mean, you do have to have a higher level of patience in order to have a successful relationship on any regard.
Because I know a lot of people that have more patience at their job than their actual relationship, and then vice versa. And then
that person doesn't really like that person doesn't like their significant other.
Right. I mean,
they don't like them.
That black and white,
they don't like them.
Right. No, I feel you.
That's just my take on it. Like they don't. Like if you like, who likes going to work more than being with that doesn't sound right. That don't even sound, you understand what I'm saying? Like work, what? Like that doesn't sound right. Like no one actually likes going to work. Yes, you can like your career, you can like your profession, but if it was your choice, you will sit around butt naked all day watching Netflix, eating snacks. Like in the perfect world, that's what we'll all be doing. So we
I
can't
like
say
going to work.
you like
Every
going
day.
to work, but there's some days where you don't want to go.
Yeah.
And some days I just don't want to go home either.
That's
I mean, I'll be honest with you, but I'll be honest with you
Hey,
too.
man.
I'm single. So it's just like I'm
man.
single too. So I can't really talk about that. So
I mean, no, I feel you. You're
Some
allowed
days
to
I
feel
don't want to go home, and some days I don't want to go to work. But there's also some days I do want to go home. Some days I do want to go to work. Like I like going to work. I like my job. I like what I do. But there's some days I'll be like, I don't want to go home. Like,
I mean, if you was to compare that to like being laid up with your man, I'm pretty sure being laid up with your man will take the cake. A man that you actually like. I always gotta add that.
and then I'm be honest with you too. Learning people that have been in marriage for a very long time, it depends on the day. Because everybody needs that space.
Yeah, but I'm me personally, I still stand. Even when we about to rip each other head off, I'd rather be spending time with her than to be going to work for the man.
That sounds nice, but it sounds good. And I'm not trying to knock you what you're saying and stuff like that. But I would love to have this conversation in 20 years. And you'd be like, you know what? Nah, I was tripping. Some days,
I mean,
I want to go to work because I need that space. Because it's a different space. Because you're gonna have your business gonna blow the fuck up. And you're gonna do your fucking thing.
Everyone
go for a
craves
walk
that.
for that.
But everyone does.
Nah, it's not about having the actual space. It's all about being a different mindset. Because when you with your woman, it's a different mindset, and being in at work, it's a different type of it's two different type of endorphins that you gain when you're with your woman and when you're at work. Different type of motivation. I know it's just different happiness. You know what I mean? You need different types of ways to be happy, to have a happy life. To me, yes, you could be happy with your woman or your man. That's great. But if you're not happy at work, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be happy at home either. Because you're not happy at work. Or if you're not happy at home, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be happy at work. Because just like, if you are happy at work, okay, yeah. But then you go to work, it's just like, and then you bring in that shit with you. It's just like, you need happiness all around you for the most part to be happy in general, to,
well,
be like
a
balanced life.
I agree with half of that. I feel like if you are happy at home, that will carry on more positively into your work. If you aren't happy at work and you come home and you have, I guess I want to say, that safety net, I feel like your bad day. My last job, I hated my job. I came home every day complaining, every single day. That did not affect our home, as opposed to when we weren't good, how much that affected my job.
Okay, so that just shows you what type of woman you have, because that means your woman created a balance for that.
But once again, it goes back into the same thing. Like, that's what goes into a relationship.
Right. No, I'm saying that's a positive. Like,
yeah,
even though,
like, she just understood, like, all right, I know this nigga hate his job. The last thing that I'm going to do is come home and complain about him taking out the garbage. That's when that comes into, you understand what I'm saying? There's so much levels to it, because I can say one thing and then I say, but it's also this. And then I can say that and then say, but it's also this. Because after that, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Because she can ask me to she can be on my ass about the trash and not be nasty. Yo, every single day, when she's getting on my ass because I'm laying in bed on Instagram in the morning, and then she looks at me and go, babe, what you got to do today? It's that simple. I know in that moment, I know I'm fucking up. I know that. You feel? Yeah, I know.
it's communication.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure if she woke me up, nigga, I know you got t-shirts to make today, motherfucker. I seen that shit. You understand?
Motherfucker. Oh no.
Exactly. I don't want to. Then
She's acting so pleasant in the background. I need her to be on that type of energy.
He was not imitating me. That ain't me.
I said,
I don't even know if that's in my vocabulary.
In the back,
I don't think.
So
I've
you
never
dragging
told
it.
somebody
You're
about
dragging it. Okay.
these hands is
that
usually
has
around
never-
my neck.
I've never just noticed that. Like, I've never verbally been like, yeah, mother.
Hey, bro. Hey. Look, you looking at the camera? you good? Maytime. No, I'm playing. She's like, no, that's her choking me for real. Okay.
Me. Help me.
Help me. I'm weak.
But you know, it goes back in. It's a lot of things that goes into a successful relationship. We're still learning these things, but it's about tolerance. Like I said, I feel like it's a major part. And no, backtrack a little bit. The communication, and then the tolerance, and then all the other things. You know, they can be worked on.
Our tolerance. Is it patience? Can we say patience?
Nah, it's tolerance. It's something not because
Tolerance hit me harder.
because tolerance and standard goes hand in hand, because it's some things that you're just not going to be able to take. She knows there's some things that's like I can't have that. I'm going to come in the house and go lose my mind, and I know it's the same thing with her. So it's like
so you're not saying hand in hand. You're saying it's a thin line.
No, they go hand in hand.
How? Explain that.
Because if you have a standard, that means there's certain things that you're just not going to tolerate.
Oh, so that's what I'm saying, thin line. Like how love and hate is not hand in hand, but it's a thin line between it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's one of those, set the standard, but then you have to it's not really about what you're going to tolerate. It's about understanding what your partner is going to tolerate.
Facts.
That's what people don't really understand. It's not about you. Once you're in a relationship, it's not about you no more, bro.
Right.
When I go to get something to eat, when I was single, I used to spend $5 to $8. Now my meals is $20 plus, because it's two of us. I don't go into any place not thinking about the other person.
And that's why you're not dead right now.
Do not understand. And a lot of people aren't willing to give that up neither. That's the whole thing. A lot of people aren't willing to just say, like, a lot of people aren't willing to sacrifice is the better word.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of people that are too selfish to be in a relationship, but they want relationships. But
everybody's telling other people, like, oh, don't sacrifice your happiness and stuff like that. Yeah, I understand, don't sacrifice your happiness. However, you need to sacrifice something and have a balance and understanding of your person and what you want to deal with and what you're able to deal with. A lot of people don't want to sacrifice their happiness, but they don't even know what their happiness is. They don't know what know what makes them happy. So it's just like, what are you talking about?
No, I definitely agree with you on that. On that.
So weird. It's very weird.
I feel like when people say don't sacrifice your happiness.
Yeah, don't sacrifice your happiness. Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's a part of that people like don't say. It's the don't sacrifice your happiness right now. And right now, until you are ready to not be selfish, you don't need to be in a relationship, and that's okay.
So basically, like I was saying before, like, you can't sacrifice something that you never had. So if you have some type of
your happiness can also change. The things that made you happy when we was 20 probably don't even enthuse you anymore.
But you know what makes you happy though, and you can't have happiness without being happy.
Why does it have to be a sacrifice though?
So when people say don't sacrifice your happiness, I agree with you. You shouldn't have to sacrifice your happiness. However, a lot of people don't even know what makes them happy. You know what I mean? So It's just like, that shit doesn't make sense to me. Like, okay, yeah.
What makes you happy? You're not necessarily, I mean, entering a relationship, I don't think has to be synonymous with sacrificing your happiness. I feel like if anything, it can definitely boost your happiness.
Well, no, I understand what that quote means.
I understand what that quote means too, but a lot of people don't know the fucking difference. Like, people say, I'm not gonna sacrifice my happiness, but are you happy now? Like, do you know what makes you happy? Do you know what another person can do for you to make you happy? Like, what, like you said, sis, like, do you know what your standards and your expectations are? Do you know the difference? Like, you can't even say that if you don't know all those things.
No, I feel you.
It doesn't make no sense.
I just feel like it's when you're in a relationship, it just comes down to sacrifices. You do things for me that you don't want to do. I do things for you. Sometimes I just don't.
I wouldn't say it sacrifices my happiness though.
Right.
And I feel like I get what you're saying from it, and I get what you're saying from it. But I feel like when you're approaching the term, you're approaching it from two different lenses.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not conveying the same way on your, like, you know, on your end and her end. What she's saying is like, you kind of have to understand what makes you have to understand it, like the true emotional feeling of happiness in order to seek happiness, or, you know, be happy in a relationship.
To know whether you can sacrifice it or not.
I think in you're holding on to more like sacrifice, but I don't think if you're sacrificing something, you're doing it because seeing that person happy makes you happy. So at the end of the day, it's not like you're getting rid of happiness. It's not like you're feeling sad doing this, or, you know, you're in a negative state doing it.
Yeah.
Your views about it change, and you have to be open to allowing that change, but you're shifting happiness kind of.
I feel like that's a piggyback off of what I'm saying. Because I feel like the people who sacrifice their happiness are the people who's with people who they don't like.
Right.
And that's when it goes into being a sacrifice. So I get what you're saying.
You shouldn't feel a negative. Like, you should never feel unhappy. Feeling unhappy is a problem.
Yeah. If you like it, I love it.
Right. You know, we do have those things, like you said, we don't want to do, but overall, we're doing it because it makes you happy, and that brings me happiness.
No, definitely.
I mean, okay. Sacrifice could be a strong word, or it could be a word that could be used in different types of levels of things. And I mean, when I say I'm gonna sacrifice my happiness, it doesn't mean I'm gonna sacrifice my happiness for the long run. I'm sacrificing what makes me happy at the moment. So, like, this is just an odd example, but like, let's say the person I'm dating, he loves golf, fucking loves it. He wants me to be a part of it. He loves golf. I suck at golf. I can't deal with golf. I hate golf, anything about it. But him playing golf and me being a part of it makes him happy. I'm gonna do it. That's kind of like sacrificing, not sacrificing my happiness. I'm just dealing with the situation because it makes him happy. And like,
but when it make you
that
happy,
makes me happy.
Right.
So you're still happy.
Yeah, it's a
right.
It's a
That's
trip.
what I'm saying. But when people say that term, it pisses me off, because it's just like, but you don't even know what fucking happiness is. So for you to even say, don't sacrifice your happiness, that's how you know you're not even happy, period. Because just like, if you know that you love a person and you're willing to make them happy and they're willing to make you happy, like Sis said, you don't have to sacrifice it. So
yeah, no, that's a fact.
Really, for real, you don't really have to sacrifice it if you love them. So
yeah, no, that's super fair. But nah, and you know, to pretty much sum up everything, I feel like you should know the difference between expectations and standards when it goes into any relationship. Because like you said, like, a relationship is a relationship, but there's different types of relationships.
right.
But going into it with an expectation, like when like if it came to business, you have standard when it comes to a business partner. If
Right.
they don't meet that standard, then it goes back into the same thing. You don't really like them.
Right. That's a fact.
So it's really, you know, no understanding the differences between the differentiating between standards and expectations. And I feel like if the person meets your standards, it's easier to filter throughout your expectations.
Mm.
Yeah. Because
That's
they're
what
all,
I said
you
in the
know,
beginning. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sorry I keep calling you sis. I call everybody sis.
No.
Just don't call me sis. I don't like that.
I call you sis too all the time. Well, I call you bro.
Yeah, I was about to say you never
Everyone says. I do. It's a habit. But no, that's facts. So people are hitting me up like, what's the next expectations?
Oh, we doing part 3?
Yeah, but it gotta be like in August or September. Like,
To be announced. TBA, TBD.
that.
You know,
So
we might have
everybody-
you on our podcast.
Oh, I didn't know you had one.
We in the trial errors right now.
Oh, okay. All right, bet. I mean, yeah, I'm
No.
with it. But it can't be on this type of like, can I be all out? Like out, like Yazzie out?
That's why we inviting you on.
Oh, okay, cool. Like, I'm just letting you know how I am right now.
You're not like
I'm usually a little bit more out.
racist.
Like,
Racist, you good.
Yeah. And we're trying to limit the N word, but other than that.
Yeah,
I don't use that word too much, but
I'm trying to use yande.
there's actually a word called niggas, like Negus.
Yeah, niggas. I tried.
Niggas.
It's hard. It's hard. Niggas.
Yeah.
The Supreme Nagasi. You know my body.
Yeah. But I don't even use none of that, honestly. So,
Yeah, bro.
bro, it says king and queen. But yes, we're gonna get another date later on because I'm gonna have to take a month break. I'm starting my doctoral program soon.
Congrats.
What's that?
Thank you. Mm,
Sure.
You about to be Dr. Yazzie?
yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit. Yo, you've been in school forever.
Ever. Whatever. I
So
feel
you're
like,
gonna go up there with the
Yeah.
beret on. You're not even gonna have a cap. You're gonna have the beret on.
yo, I met you in school.
Yeah.
School. Like, it's just like, I can't. Like, I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
stressed.
Educated black people. Let's get it. Well, let me get my little promo on right now. Follow me at Handmade New York. That's everything spelled the right way. Handmade New York. Everything spelled out. Go ahead. Your turn.
Follow the Boxing Love on Instagram. The Boxing BOXING Love LOVE.
And if you use code YERR, YERRR, I'll give you free shipping. And I'm about to make a cat code for Yazzie. Well, I'm gonna make a code, the perfect balance, and you figure out it's a treat code. So
Use
Yeah.
Yazzie.
Yeah.
Yazzie.
no, I wanted you to make your own code so you can. We'll talk about that.
I bet.
But you know, use code YERR for free shipping because nobody like paying shipping. You know, $50 sweatsuits and all of that. Shout outs to Afro Dolls. First brand that really give me a shot. Woo, 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 woo. Love peace. Whole lot of black stuff. You know what I mean? And we out here.
The perfect balance is out. Thank you guys for joining. Yazzie Doe out.
We need like
The
like blackout.
The blacks are out.
Try that one. Blackout.
Definitely not, because I had a blackout and niggas had to walk. Oh, sorry, sis. I used it. It's just like,
Niggas. That's what she said. Niggas.
we had to walk over the bridge. It was a lot. Don't mention blackout. So it's just facts.
Black peace. Holla.